By the way, you can have several files open at the same time. In the educational examples that I'm showing you here, I might have one file open for input and one for output, but you can have many of them open. The only thing you have to do is change a little bit of the variable name. So let's go over this first one. This first one, I'm hoping that you probably already figured out that I'm reading in from a file. Now, the name of the variable can be whatever the heck you want, but what can't be is the IF stream in if stream. Okay? That's letting me know that I'm reading in, and I think you can figure out what the O is. We discussed, hopefully you remember it, about polymorphism when we're using streams. The code for a lot of these things, no matter if it's reading in or writing out, is going to look extremely similar to one another. Notice that's why I try to name the variables that we're going to use to control our streams are labeled input or out file, one or the other. Now, your other instructors or whatever you're cheating online, they'll name it something similar to that, and that's just fine. But we're denoting which one by really using the IF stream or the OF stream. I think you can figure out what this is trying to do. And to be honest with you, I got burned one time. This is in there and it's being highlighted right now. This prevents a new file from being created if the file does not already exist. So anyway, so here we have our two opening statements and then we have our closing statements that happen at the very end. Now, I've kind of gone over this. So the only thing I want to go over last part is, again, I've been burned by this personally, is closing a file. You're going to hear something from some other instructors about, hey, it's going to close automatically, and that's burned me personally and professionally before. You're going to see me close explicitly when we are done, because frankly, we want to make sure, especially when we're using out file, that when we close that stream, it's actually going to say, hey, we're done, save all of the data that I just wrote to you. That's really important. Now, can I reopen the files later? Yeah, I can reopen it in the same program. That's just fine. So closing it doesn't mean that you can't get back in touch with it again. Frankly, it just means, hey, especially if I'm writing out to it, I save it, it closes the file nicely, clears out the buffer, and voila, there we go. So a lot going on when we come to here. By the way, another part is that if we happen to want to place this into a particular drive, we can do that. You'll notice there's a couple of different ways about that, but we have to be careful. I know you're probably looking at the backslash and going, why the heck would I want to use that? Well, think about this one. That one won't work. A drive, so long ago, but now it'll be your thumb drives, what, F, G, whatever like that. But anyway, this wouldn't work because, well, guess what? That \n is new line, right? And that's how it would read it. So that's why you have several different options for getting to an exact path that you want to save this file in as well. Last part. If you don't have any drive in there, F, G, whatever, and you just had documents.txt, it is going to write your data or read your data from a file that's in the exact same directory as your CPP file. So wherever you save your PPP file, probably right beside it's going to be your .txt. That's how that'll work out as well. So a lot of information in just this first page here. So bear with me on it.